Batman and Wonder Woman try to recruit Atom to the Justice League. Atom refuses and explains that although he'd like to help them out occasionally, he worries it will take time off his research, and unlike them, he was not built to be a fighter. Out of nowhere, a portal opens, and a Parademon shows up. Batman and Wonder Woman try to fight it, but they get knocked down. When the Parademon is about to finish them off, Atom sneaks up from behind, shrinks it, and beats it up. Batman is impressed and claims they were recruiting him for his mind and ingenuity, to which he finally agrees. Bounty hunter Lobo lures Superman and Flash to the desert planet. When they arrive, Lobo suddenly shoots Superman with a kryptonite gun and traps him in a cage. He then chases after Flash, wanting to turn him in for the bounty on his head. He tries pouring Booster Gold's hair grease on the road or blocking the road with an invisible giant boulder, but nothing works. Refusing to give up, he puts a cake on a cliff and rigged it with explosives. When Flash shows up, he detonates the bomb, but nothing happens. He goes to check on it when it explodes, and he falls instead. Lobo claims that this defies the laws of physics. Stargirl and Firestorm were staking a warehouse. Firestorm was trying to strike up a conversation, but when she asked what he was into, he ran out of clever things to say. Out of nowhere, the villains show up, so they quickly jump into action to apprehend them. Getting distracted, the enemy catches them off guard. Firestorm uses his powers to melt the ground the villains were standing on and traps half of their bodies underground. Firestorm admits that he was making it up, and that what he likes is capturing bad guys. Stargirl claims she does too, and kisses him on the cheek. Batman is lured to a trap, but when Deadshot misses to take him out, he sneaks up and attacks him. Deadshot claims he was expecting it and pulls out his wrist-mounted guns. Batman explains he was expecting it too, so he called in Superman. Superman claims that whoever hired Deadshot must be planning big. When Batman is about to interrogate him, Superman asks if he could be bad cop. Despite Superman's efforts, Deadshot is more scared of Batman, acting as a good cop, and decides to talk. Superman finds Luthor and demands he give up his hostage. He steps into a trap and gets struck with electricity, but it isn't enough to take Superman down. Luthor still refuses, so Superman throws him to the building across, and he surrenders. When Superman approaches the hostage, he gets hit with kryptonite gas. Luthor explains how he knew he would throw him across this building and approach the mannequin. A large rebar fell on top of him when he was about to finish him off with a bat with kryptonite spikes. Superman explains that he knew there was no hostage but would keep talking until the rebar he threw fell on top of him. Deadshot attacks Wonder Woman in an alley, but she knocks him down and asks who hired him. When he wouldn't answer, she decided to use the lasso of truth, but was surprised to discover the lasso was Plastic Man. Out of nowhere, Booster Gold arrives through a portal. Wonder Woman suspects he has something to do with it and uses the lasso on him. Booster Gold explains how he stole the lasso and asked Plastic Man to take its place. He claims he used the lasso to get a good deal on a new car because he lost his old one. Witnessing how effective the lasso was, Deadshot reveals that Luthor ordered him. The Justice League responds to a call when the Ivy League is rampaging in the city. Superman claims that since they will be finishing early, they should push with the get-together. Although Batman refuses, Wonder Woman convinces him, claiming it was what they agreed at the last summit. The League starts wrapping it up with Wonder Woman throwing Ember into the ground, Flash catching Cheetah, Superman knocking out Star Sapphire, and Batman capturing Ivy. Later, they go bowling with the others, but when Superman is up, he can't control his strength and throws the bowling ball through the building. Batman states that they should not do this again. Batman was taking a space cab back to Earth, but realized he had left his wallet upstairs. The cabbie suggests he can pay with a selfie, but Batman disappears when he takes the shot. Cabbie searches for Batman when he runs into Booster Gold. He asks for a selfie, to which he agrees and tries to promote his product in the picture. He later walks in on Wonder Woman during training with several parademons. When she gets caught, Cabby jumps in and helps her. Wonder Woman was surprised he jumped into danger to save her, but he claims he just wanted to take a selfie. He later gets his selfie with Batman. While waiting on passengers, Space Cabby suddenly has Booster Gold being chased by Granny Goodness and an alien in labor. Booster Gold asks him to take him back to Earth, but the alien insists on going to the hospital first. Granny Goodness catches up, but when she learns that the alien is about to give birth, she helps deliver it. Granny is excited to turn this new baby into the orphanage, so Cabby uses the ejector seats to send her and her parademons away. The Justice League was searching for HIVE headquarters when they suddenly got hit. Cyborg suspects the enemy must have cloaked their entire base, including their missiles. Wonder Woman suggests splitting up. Plastic Man was excited that they had other vehicles on board when he pushed a button and separated from the others on the submarine. The submarine dropped atop the enemy headquarters, which took out their cloaking device. Wonder Woman shot their sentries before she got taken down. Batman tries to destroy the remaining sentries, but the Hive Master takes him out. When he is about to finish him off, Plastic Man uses the submarine to knock his robot, and Batman apprehends the HIVE Master. Batman goes out into the field when he receives reports of Toyman breaking into City Hall. When he tries to stop him, Batman is surprised that Toyman controls Cyborg. He chases him by the docks, where a mind-controlled Plastic Man waits for Toyman. Batman latches onto Plastic Man when it transforms into a plane. After using a jamming device, his control over Plastic Man breaks, and they fall into a cliff, with Toyman being restrained and Batman coming up on top. At the Watchtower, Cyborg adds new action figures to his collection, which Toyman uses to attack them. They quickly storm in and take out the robots, but Cyborg grows so sentimental that he blocks all their attacks. Toyman brings out his secret weapon, strapping explosives to a robot that will take out the Watchtower. When he threatens to blow the place, Cyborg calls his bluff, claiming that a true toy lover would never be able to harm it. Toyman admits defeat and bonds with Cyborg over his toy collection. Metallo escapes Stryker's Island and goes on a rampage. Superman tries to stop him, but is weakened when exposed to kryptonite. Firestorm arrives, to which Professor Stein suggests transmuting the kryptonite into lead. He quickly uses his powers, but is surprised the green kryptonite transforms into red, which turns Superman berserk. He tries to change it again, but fails, admitting he forgot its chemical composition. One time, he turns it into pink kryptonite, turning Superman into a woman. Superman makes use of the situation and beats up Metallo. Firestorm remembers he wrote it down on his arm, finally turning it into lead to shut down Metallo. Famous actor Mark Hamill gets kidnapped by Joker and the Trickster. They plan on using him to get the studio to get more civilians. Trying to escape from the cops, Joker gets furious when a substandard villain orders him around. Suddenly they started arguing, to which Trickster tried to grab the wheel. The car swerves and takes a turn into the forest where Swamp Thing catches them. Swamp Thing was impressed and criticized Joker and Trickster for not realizing that Mark Hamill was also a talented voice actor. Superman asks Plastic Man's help when Lois Lane is sure she has discovered his secret identity. Lois jumps off the roof of the Daily Planet, assuming Clark Kent, who is Plastic Man in disguise, is Superman. She was surprised when the actual Superman caught her. Out of nowhere, Luthor attacks Superman with a red kryptonite. A powerless Superman asks Plastic Man to fight in his stead, who pushes Luthor off the ledge. Luthor returns and attacks him with a device that zaps him. Lois sneaks up from behind and pushes the kill switch button on Luthor's suit. everything works out and Superman's identity is safe. Plastic Man reports to the Watchtower but is surprised that Poison Ivy is with Batman. She reveals she used mind-controlling spores on him, who agreed to take her back to the city. Plastic Man chases after them, and Ivy uses seaweed to create a bridge from the island to the city. When nothing works against Plastic Man, Ivy uses the seaweed to restrain and pull him underwater. Plastic Man turns his arm into a water hose and splashes Ivy and Batman. The water washes away the mind-controlling spores, and Batman returns to normal while Plastic Man captures Ivy. Green Arrow was staking where Penguin was staying when the hyperactive Plastic Man joined him out of nowhere. Green Arrow worries that he will blow his cover and turns him away. Plastic Man wanted to prove that he, too, could blend in. He tried transforming into a fire hydrant or a rat, but neither worked. When his cover gets blown, he transforms into a pizza box and takes out Penguin's men. He chases after Penguin when an arrow flies and trips him. Green Arrow emerges from a bush and declares this is how to blend in. Space Cabbie helps Stargirl practice driving through an asteroid belt. She worries that she won't get her space driver's license at this rate. Cabbie tells her to stop worrying about the things around her and focus on what's ahead. They suddenly ran into Zilius Vox, who was robbing a space ATM. Zilius explains that he was forced to do it as Atrocitus doesn't pay him enough. Chasing after him, the Red Lantern ring is drawn to Stargirl's road rage and tries to turn to the dark side. Cabbie snaps her out of it, and Stargirl then captures Zilius and throws him in the back of the trunk. Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy steal the Justice plane from the Watchtower. When they think they are in the clear, Batman chases after them. They try to shake him off, throwing vehicles at him, but he makes it inside. He asks them to surrender, but when they fight back, their fighting causes the controls to malfunction. As they were about to crash, Superman, Shazam, and Martian Manhunter arrived to catch them. Wonder Woman and Supergirl were sparring in Themyscira. Supergirl claims she heard what happened when Batman and Superman visited. Wonder Woman explains that the Queen took steps to ensure no men ever stepped foot on the island. Felix Faust overhears their conversation and decides to possess Supergirl's body. Wonder Woman quickly recognizes him and uses the lasso to capture Supergirl. She throws Supergirl atop the magic circle that expelled Faust from her body and off the island. Wonder Woman claims that she initially objected to having it, but now she is relieved they have it in place. Mr. Freeze has gone wild and frozen half of Gotham City. Batman catches him, but Plastic Man arrives and screws it up. Freeze tries to escape, but they chase after him. Plastic Man tries to run him off the road, but causes a pileup, much to Batman's frustration. With the Batcycle malfunctioning, Batman urges Plastic Man to turn into a motorcycle and catches up to Freeze. Plastic Man wonders if they should turn in Freeze or find a tire store for his bike, but Batman claims they've just started their patrol. Batman corners Joker, but he still manages to escape from him. His jetpack malfunctions and crashes into a boy's birthday party who assumed he was a clown. Frustrated for not recognizing him, Joker ties up the parent and the children. Billy Batson arrives late to the party, which Joker captures and traps him inside a magician's box. When he tries to saw him in half, Billy transforms into Shazam and captures him. With an ongoing party, they use Joker as a balloon pump while Shazam entertains the kids with his balloon-making act. Thank you for watching. Check out these other videos and subscribe and tap the bell to be notified about our latest videos. See you next time.